Oh, hey, how you guys doing? Glad you stopped in. Heater box. This old MGA right here. Let's see if we can clean this thing up, do some testing on it, make sure it's gonna work, make it look black and shiny, or whatever color I decide, got paint for. Finish up some wiring, stuff like that, see how far we can get to. Welcome back, Junks Automotive. So here's what we got. Heater box from an MGA. It goes right there. But you got to remember, this could be any heater box. GM's different, it's more, but this is very simple, nothing to it. But basically, we're going to do the same things as you would to a heater box for that I still have to do. Here's one that's not so good, but if we need a part or two, maybe, you know, I like to see if I can clean these up really nice. I'll probably drill the rivets out, re-rivet it back on there after this is all black and shiny, I believe is going to be the color. But I'd like to clean that up without losing any of the lettering, and it kind of looks like it's got a plastic coating on it. I don't know, we'll see. But I'd like to save them. I think you could probably buy new ones, but you know, we'll clean it up best we can. This one is in really pretty good shape. Bottom of it's not rusted out like that one. And it appears that it all kind of snaps together. So I want to get it, take it apart. The blower motor does work. Get my eyeballs on the heater core in there real good. So let me get this apart, kind of see what mess we're going to make. Well, I've got our little Wiki-Woo clamperoos off. They're in good shape. I think they'll clean up and probably paint them silver, I'm guessing. And it doesn't seem to want to just come apart. Obviously, it's probably a little rusty and stuck together. So and if I can give it some taparoos, tappy tappy. I think it's moved a little bit. I want to be careful on my heater core nipples. It didn't want to come off. Yes, I think it's moving. It just kind of flanged and goes around. Oh, well, that's coming off instead. We might go the other direction. All right, turn you back on a second. Loose. I'm gonna watch my heater core. There we go. Huh. It's actually very clean. Come on in here and I'll show you. Well, come on. Not too bad. We've got some scrubbing to do. There's some felt type of seal here. It's really in pretty good shape. Smith's screen. So on the inside, I think we're pretty good. We'll get it apart the rest of the way, get it all cleaned up. A little bit of spritzy. See if we can lube this up. Yeah. I did have to break that loose. So I'm going to do a little body work, make sure that closes all the way. And all it does is opens this for heat down at your feet. When you close it, it forces it out these tubes that goes up to your defrost. That's it. Nothing to it. Let me see if I can get this the rest of the way apart. I'm kind of happy about that. As long as I don't break nothing. Yeah. No surprises. I don't see the heater core that would have been leaking anywhere. I'll probably take it in the house, run some hot water through it, flush it out best we can, and it'll probably work just fine. Not bad, no rust holes. All the screws came out, even that. So I have to clean that up, clean everything up. Look at this little doll. And these do hook up the same way. So if it goes backwards somehow, swappy. So let me get stuff cleaned up, brushed up, sanded up. I am going to take and drill those out. See if I can soak this in soapy water or something and get some of that to come back. You know, heck yeah. I was kind of looking forward to doing this little job. It's the silly things, you know. We'll have it shiny and black hopefully and looking pretty nice. Got her all scrubbed down. Blew off. Cleaned up as good as I'm going to clean it. Now, like I said before, and I'll say it again, if you want to sandblast all this stuff, have it powder coated or base coat, clear coat it, and do it. Go for it. You don't have to. This will work just fine. It will look good. The inside, of course, we just want to seal it, get it cleaned up, disinfected, and stop the rust, or at least slow it down for the next 20 years, and get it to look good. That's all we need, and to work. So I'm probably going to do one side of everything with this, probably the insides, let it dry, spritz it with some paint, flip everything over, and then I'll just paint it nicer on the outside with a couple coats of this Permatex stuff. Psst. Got it all on the inside really good, set it on top, got a nice wet coat. I just want that stuff to really eat into that rust, and it will. We'll see when it gets all done. I'll show you what it looks like. I'm going to try to sneak it over there closer to the fire so it bakes a little bit. Then we have projects to do. Like all them wires. Figure out where they go. You know, get all that done. There's stuff that bolts there, and, you know, then we can put our box in here, because that's the reason yeah, okay. Just real quick. All these wires get crimped into, and I'll show you once I show you this part. They get crimped into a fitting with a screw. Now, from the factory, it was just bare wire crimped in there. That's great. Problem with that is it ends up cutting the wire, only because the old harness had the same thing. It would end up, you know, moving around and cutting it. So what I'm going to do, use my big old man soldering gun and just get a little bit of solder on the ends of those. Get them coated with solder. So that way it'll still smash, because solder is pretty soft, you know. And it'll hold those wires together. And they'll be protected when they get kind of crammed in there. So I'll go through and I'll do all these same way. So here's our fuse block. Yes, the car only has 2 fuses, but the wires go right in there. And this screw goes down, clip them in. Of course, I'll use some grease, electrical grease. You know what I'm talking about. I'll show you. And so there's some pretty big wires that go in here. I don't like the fact that I can put those in and you can keep turning this and turning this and turning this until it breaks all the wires off. At least if I have a string of solder on the wires, it'll hold it together. Like so. Right? So that solder is still going to smash down because it's soft. But it's going to be a more durable connection, in my opinion. Right? Just my opinion. You guys do what you want. That one needs cleaned up a little bit. You don't want a big ball on it because then it won't go in the hole all the way. All right. Fuse box in. Voltage regulator in. I've got some P-clips. Finished putting up my flasher. Attach that ground. I have wires. Yeah. Wires down there to do. But I'll do that while paint dries. Nope. It's not black paint. You can see the dark colors. This is some kind of overspray that was on it. Most of this rust has turned black. Black enough. So it's dry enough. I'm going to flip it all over, get the insides a little spritzy of black paint. Let's see what. That stuff does pretty good. It sort of gets a translucent kind of black etching to it. Paint right on top of it. Alright. Gonna do that. Can't beat it in a pinch. But I think it'll look pretty nice. Huh. I wonder, no, these are left hand and right hand. Maybe. I guess it don't matter. But, got our little clampy roos. Nice and silver. I think it'll look nice. All that's done. Do yourself a favor. Don't put that master cylinder in until you've put wires on your wiper motor. Got this bundle of wires, everything hooked up there. Getting ready to hook up the coil. You know, I've got a lot of buttoning up to do. P-clips. I got my little blanker plates got to go right there. I'm not too worried about that right at the moment. Got to finish, you know, get the sensor for our cooling temp. What I want to do is have this all done, and next video we have on this, we get the coolant system going, hooked up, so we can run this thing, let it run for a while. That'd be pretty cool. I'm wondering if my carburetor is feeling better. Yeah, I don't know. Kind of weird. They were really nice and easy, and the last time we had it running, they're not now. It's SUMG things I just wouldn't understand. There goes nothing. Heater core cleaned up really good. All I did was put it in the sink in the garage, flush it out with hot water, then I put soap in it a couple times, a little bit of dishwashing liquid, put it in there, let it soak, did that a couple times. Really got no chunks or anything out of it, so hopefully there's, you know, nothing in it. Can't see any corrosion or look like anything was ever leaking inside here. I've put some lube. I don't know what the heck I did with it. This lube is, I made new bushings for the cover, and they might be just a little taut, little, you know, so that way. And this lube is stuff I use for suspension and brakes, that anywhere metal and rubber come in contact, use that. It doesn't eat into the rubber. It's like it's not petroleum based, put it that way. I think it's silicone based probably. But there's the new bushing. There's the other one. Trying to get this thing to tack up just a little bit more. It's a little, you know, this is the looking part. So I don't want to get fingerprints all in it. Maybe a few. Everybody will know who worked on it that way. You picked a fine time to leave me, Lucille. 4 hungry children and a cropping nut field. Lived through some hard times, went through some sad times. This time your hurting won't heal. You picked a fine time to leave me, Lucille. Extra points for who figures out who did that song. Name that tune. And who did it? Let's see if this will go on. One. There we go. Put a big old fingerprint right on it. There's that, I suppose. Good wiring clearance. We can once I hook her up and when we get some more of this stuff done, make sure everything works. I don't want to bolt it all down with my seal in there and then find out because I took it apart something funny happened. So I'll wait, test it. Looks pretty good. You know, for a hillbilly. I know an English guy would probably do a lot better job. He'd probably have more patience. You know. There we go. Whip, whoop, whip, whoop, whip, whoop. It'll work. I'm pretty happy about that wiring too. Oh, and I did forget to tell you, the little emblem there, the nameplate, cleaned up pretty good. Started scrubbing on it, cleaned it up a little bit nicer, and then the letters started fading away, so I stopped. And then I put some rattle can clear on top of it, keep them from corroding. So they look pretty nice. You can read them. You can read the serial number and all that stuff. So, you know, the MGA experts would be happy about that. If something, one thing, you know. I didn't really get as far as I wanted to, but it is what it is. And you got a Saturday night to come out and work on your project. That's what you do. You get done what you can get done, and you don't, you know, you just come back out the next Saturday. It is what it is. But you keep marching, keep charging, keep doing what you can do, and it'll get done. Now, I'll say it till I'm blue in the face. You do that the way you want to. I did that the way I wanted to. It's up to you. You want to spend a couple months making that perfect? Go for it. It's your project. You do your project. Do your thing and be yourself. All these experts, restoration experts of any kind of car, not MGAs necessarily, but they've made it seem like the right way to do it is the perfect way to do it. It ain't nothing perfect. Nobody's got that kind of time. Nobody's got that kind of money. Get your car fixed up and enjoy it. Be happy about it. Be proud. All right. Hey, if it was easy, everybody be doing it. Don't forget that. We'll see you guys.